If you're looking for Prince Noctis's royal retainers, you're not gonna find him anywhere around here. The Earl of Town said something about fending off the demons. If you're lucky, maybe you'll run into him one of these days.
Still no news of Prince Noctis's whereabouts. A couple of us hunters teamed up with some folks from the Crown's Guard and searched high and low for him. And just when we thought we were on a roll, they put the kibosh on our investigation. I'd say that's about the time his retainers left town, too.
Hey, how's your head? You get any of those lost memories back? You know, lately my memory ain't been so good either, to be honest. I remember what went down at the signing ceremony, but everything after that is a blur.
People call me a pessimist. But what's there to be optimistic about now? Insomnia's fallen and the king's dead. At this point, there's nowhere left for us to go but straight to the grave.
Hey, want to hear a little secret? Word on the street is some of the Crown's Guard is still out looking for the prince. It's a waste of time if you ask me. I say there are two possibilities. Either he doesn't want anybody to find him, or there's no body left to find.
The Crown's Guard sure has been keeping busy. Cor barely shows his face around town. Guess that means there's intel out there that needs gathering. Or a shield that needs training. For the record, I ain't got nothing against the Crown's Guard. Just wish we could have come together sooner at the ceremony. Things might have turned out different.
Nowadays, Lestallum's known as the City of Light, the last beacon of hope left for mankind. That's why everyone's gathered here. Refugees are pouring into the city from all corners of Eos, and it's our job to keep them safe from the demons. We Glaives fight for hearth and home, and this is our home now.
I thought the demons would disappear once the Empire fell, but they've only grown in numbers since then. Not to mention that the nights have gotten longer, too. The connection's so clear at this point that even the deniers have changed their tune. If you believe what it says in the cosmogony, then one day the king will rise up and rend the darkness. But it's hard to find comfort in fairy tales when said king is MIA.
If the demons really are averse to the light, then they must be having the time of their wicked little lives right now. Unfortunately, we humans aren't faring quite as well. This is the only place we can live nowadays, and even then, it's not easy. But the people of Lestallum, the ones we're fighting to protect, they haven't thrown in the towel just yet, so neither should we.
Not many people know this, but the folks who founded the Hunter organization were actually former members of the Crown's Guard. I guess they split off once the wall was built in order to keep the peace on the outside. And then you have some refugees that the Hunters helped immigrate to Insomnia, who later ended up joining the Kingsglaive to fight on the inside. Isn't it weird how everything is so interconnected?
The name Kingsglaive's got a nice ring to it and all, but in the end, Tread was right. To them, we're nothing but rats, plucked straight out of the sewers. But you know what? We're the luckiest rats around. After all, King Regis chose to give us a chance. In a way, he saved us when no one else would. I haven't forgotten what he did for us. Have you?
When King Regis passed, I was sure I had lost access to his powers for good, but all of a sudden they're back. Weird, right? Well, it turns out when Lady Lunafreya awakened the sea goddess, she also awakened the rulers of old, which thus restored our powers. That means we're indebted to the king and the oracle, and if that's the case, then all of us Glaives ought to follow Libertas' example and put that power to good use.
What did you think of the front gate? That was all Sid's idea. He insisted on it. A classic like her had to be on display for everyone to see.
I've seen a lot of Crown's Guards in my day, but none of them can hold a candle to Cor. He's in a league of his own. I thought I knew everything there was to know about cars, but that Cindy Aram taught me a thing or two. She's a real whiz. That Commodore Highwind really knows how to command attention, just like the Marshal. Everyone shows her the utmost respect. Doesn't matter where they're from.
This imperial lady left flowers in front of the hotel, and when I asked her why, she said to honor that brave old man. Maybe they aren't all scum like that slimeball Caligo.
Nowadays, everyone's searching for something. Some folks look to the old legends for hope, but we're helpless without our king.
They called off the search for Prince Noctis. Without our king or crystal, we've got nothing left. It's all that black-haired witch's fault. She's the one who told the Marshal and everyone to call it off. I was there. I saw her do it with my own eyes. Now the Marshal wanders around like a pathetic patrolman. Don't get me started about the Prince's royal retainers. Bunch of bums, if you ask me.
Finally managed to catch up with Sid and Cindy. It's a shame what's become of this world, but I'm glad those two are okay.
My car was on its last legs, but she still got me here in one piece. Good thing I kept that repair kit those kids in black gave me a while back.
Mr. Sid used to scare me because he always looked so grumpy, but one day he bought me candy. He's so nice.
You Glaves remind me of the young man in black who saved us from those demons. We could use more people like you in this world.